Good afternoon. Thank you so kindly for coming on our network, the Power Guide Network. Thank you for giving us this opportunity. Come in your home, come wherever you're watching us on this great afternoon. I told you at 10 o'clock when we were live that we was coming on the Power Guide, and we was going to have somebody that was our special tonight. And we're going to feature someone that has had a dream. And some of you that's been following me on Tuesday, we're talking about how to build wealth. And so tonight is Let's Build Wealth. And who I'm with tonight, he's building wealth. But I explained to you earlier today at 10 o'clock that some of you did. He had a dream and he had a vision. But you know, we're talking about we must put it on paper. We have to put it on paper. It can be in your head, it can be telling in your mind, but you have to write it down. And so we have preaching tonight with us is Chester Hope. I remember Chester Hope a while. You know, I remember he was working with someone else, working in another barbershop under someone else, and now he's able, and he's gonna let us know tonight how he started, where he started from, and tonight is I gave away 3 interviews. Normally we charge for this, but we give him this. He's one of them that I brought in, and I want to show how he started. Now he didn't start with a silver spoon, you know. Mom and father, you know, had good life. His dad had a business, but his dad's business had nothing to do with what he's doing today, right?
Correct.
His dad did painting, did a couple jobs with his father, but now what his father did, he's not doing it. So he's going to tell us how he got started. So that's why we had this nice barber chair. He's looking nice tonight, and we just want to have fun and advertising what he has started from a piece of paper, and now he has his own barber chair. So, Chester, tell me how you got started in this barber shop.
Well, that's a long story. I got started I went to college. I needed a haircut. I didn't have enough money to eat and get a haircut. I'm not a small guy. So I looked at the sign saying how much the haircut was, and I had about double that, but I said if I spend that on that, then I ain't gonna have enough to eat.
Wow.
So I said, well, I tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna go down to Woolworth and buy some pair of clippers, and then we're gonna go get some more something to eat. So that's basically how I got started, was, you know, cutting homies hair in college. Got pretty good at it, decent at it, and once I came back to Delaware, I was saying, hey, you know, it's time to get serious about something. So I auditioned at a barbershop, and God let me in. From there, we opened up our own barbershop, but then I heard a calling from the Lord.
Okay.
We took my life to the Lord, and then things got a little drastic on me. You know, I was cutting without a license. I wasn't legal. So I began to pray like, wait a minute, Lord, you know, I'm making good money, you know, and honestly, I was making about $1,200 a week, but I was, in my heart, God was saying, you a thief. And I was like, oh boy. So I began to pray like, Lord, you know, open up an avenue, and he did just that. So I shut that barbershop down, and I went and did an apprenticeship at another barbershop and got my license. So the Lord saw fit, you know. I didn't lose everything, but we had to give up some things.
That's right.
And while I was there, I stayed as humble as I could and just practiced on my craft of barbering and learning how to, you know, be a good guy and do everything right. I got my license, passed state board test, and then I was like, you know what? It's time for higher heights and deeper depths. So we asked the Lord, could we put up our own barbershop again? And this time we legit. And lo and behold, it took me 7 years, but we got out of there and we came over here. And it's awesome. Even the way I got here, I was looking to go to a different town in Delaware. I was looking to go to Georgetown. The guy was St. Louis. And I went to Georgetown, looked at a few places, and I said, well, Lord, this ain't it, then don't let it happen.
Yeah.
And he said, okay. So all of a sudden one day I'm cutting hair, and a guy came in and told me about a spot in Lewis. And it really saturated my spirit.
Wow.
Really saturated my spirit. And I said, well, wait a minute, God. I said, now, if this you, send somebody else saying the same thing. And about an hour later, I had another client come in and say the same exact thing that the first client had said. And I right then I was like, all right, well, if I cut you, I got to go to Lewis. And lo and behold, the Lord saw fit, and that's why I'm in this building. That's why I'm here. That's how I got here. And it's a solving. All praise to the Lord.
So you said it was something that you wanted to do because you saw how much it cost or somebody else charging to cut your hair.
Yes.
And so it just thought. The reason why I'm bringing this out, I want you to hear what he said. When you build a business, when you build something, his wealth can't come if he only charged $5. We know today getting a haircut now is
Anywhere between 20 to 40.
40. So I'm gonna show you real quickly. He's now taking to make wealth. I mean, make money. Now he changed his mind thinking. If I'm gonna pay the guy to cut my hair, how much is he gonna charge him?
$10.
He's gonna charge him $10. Building wealth and be an entrepreneur, you gotta have a business mind. So he had the business mind because he said, why do I pay him $10 to cut my hair when I cut my own hair for free? Then here come the wealth. Then I'm gonna have other people sit in the same chair. Then now, and we're gonna get in that later, of where his wealth coming from. He's now to a place. Remember, he said 7 years. Remember, I told you on earlier today, building wealth and how to get wealth is that it's good for somebody else to work for you because that brings you more wealth. And I'm gonna show you later on how he got here. Now, he said he started working for somebody else. That's apprenticeship. And I'm gonna keep bringing this up tonight. This is his license. So now he's in the state of Delaware. He has his license. So now he's not practicing without license. He went to school. That was great. So he had to take his vision off of paper and put it in action. So he done the necessary things he needed to do to get where he's at now. So now he had it in his head. Now the chair is here. Now he has brought people in the same chair, and now you make the money. How many years you been here?
I've been here 5 years now.
5 years. So now that is great what he's done. Now he is an entrepreneur, and now he's building his wealth. And so now we're going to talk about now, he's now moving from still barber, still cutting hair, but now he's teaching people how to cut hair. So now we're going to go to where he trained people to now do the same thing he done. How he got people sitting in his chair. Now he's building his wealth. Now he understood how he could grow from where he's at to where he wanted to go at. And it's all come from having a in your mind and put it to life. So let's go talk about the school now.
So I have 29 years so far in cutting hair now. And I listened to my clients. My clients told me that I was an educator in haircutting because I would explain to them how I was cutting their hair. And when I got done, they said that they didn't need a mirror because I spoke so eloquently and I spoke so much about the haircut and the experience of the haircut that they knew the haircut was good because of how I spoke to them. So that's how opened my mind to say, hey, you know what? I think I want to start teaching school now. Teach haircutting now. So we moved into this area now, and we've been doing this now for going on our 2nd year. And this is my top student from my first class. did an exceptional job, and now he's about to take the state boards. So I saw a need to not only help our industry out, but also my heart is to help.
Mm-hmm.
My heart is to give. My heart is to be whatever I can do with somebody to help them out, help them along, and not only just finances. Because I also found out in being a barber is that we're counselors, we're parents, we're teachers, we're friends, we're confidants.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I know things that some of my clients' wives don't know because they need a release point, and this I was able to provide that for them. And especially with my spiritual background, I'm able to really help them out and and get deep and in our little 30-minute session, they get a haircut and they get some counseling and they get to know the Lord. For this building, I went from cutting, and when I cut, I also study. Like there's a night that doesn't go by that I'm not on YouTube, Instagram, or whatever social media outlet looking at haircuts, studying, learning from people that's been in the business longer than myself, shorter than myself, just looking, learning. It's a continual process. Just because I'm a business owner doesn't mean, okay, now I have to stop.
Stop, that's right.
No, there's still higher heights, there's still deeper depths.
Yes.
So even at this level, then there's, well, okay, where do I want to go next?
Mm-hmm.
Well, where I want to go next is I want more than one student, which I do have. Currently we have 7 students, and we're starting another class in 2 weeks.
Okay.
And those students will graduate at the end of the year. So, business has been very good, and, the word has been getting out. I've done limited advertising, but I just want to do that by the word. And I feel it'll make a way.
That's you're gonna do that. So into the school, how long a person that come to you, say if I come to you and say, I want to go to your school, what are some things that I need to do to prepare myself so I can be rolled into the school?
It's real simple. First of all, there's only 3 requirements. The first requirement is you have to be at least 16 years of age.
Okay.
So if a person and young people, definitely don't be discouraged, but this is an awesome start at that age, at 16. The second thing is you have to complete the 10th grade, meaning if you're a high school dropout, as long as you pass the 10th grade, as long as you're in the 11th or 12th when you dropped out, we can have you.
Okay.
And last but not least, if you have a criminal background, which a lot of young black men do, they get caught up in the system. It's so easily. So the state recently, a year ago, changed the curriculum to now, if you have a felony, as long as 3 years ago, you can now come in.
Awesome.
So those are the 3 things. You got to be at least 16 years of age, completed the 10th grade, and a felony over 3 years ago.
Okay.
That's it.
All right. Now, is there any help out there?
Yes. So there's state help, and there's also federal help, as far as grants, sort of personal pension funds, and those type measures.
Okay.
Currently, right now, I am non-accredited. But don't let that fool you. So basically, what all I'm saying is, the state is not in my business right now, nor is the federal government in my business right now.
Mm-hmm.
That's what accreditation means.
Okay.
One or both of them is in your business financially.
Okay.
So which means is my school right now, to attend school right now is $10,200. Most people are walking around with $10,200 in their back pocket.
That's right.
So being that I'm not accredited, I can offer you an in-house loan.
Awesome.
Non-interest. So it's still $10,200. All I require is a simple deposit, and then we'll sit down and we'll look at your finances and we'll say, okay, how much can you pay per month? And we'll go from there. We'll honor that. And at the end, if you still have a balance, then we'll just hold the license until that balance is paid, and then move in.
Now, watch what he said. That is something great because I work on also helping people get into homes, and we build houses, and we also remodel. So there's a lot of times people don't have good credit, so they cannot, go get that loan and to pay that $10,000. Some people can, but that is something awesome in our communities because a lot of people that want to do something just don't have the finance to do it. So that was great that he said that if you want to, it's an opportunity, you can. if you think about doing this, it's something that you can do, and it's affordable. I call those affordable.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's a lot more higher. I know that for a fact. Because I know some people that already done it and what they paid, but it's very affordable. So as he said, he had one of his students here with us tonight, and he's someone that I say this too because a lot of times people make a joke. This is nothing in his back house yard, and he's got a table out and a chair and got a book, but he's giving them what they need to pass the test. So he's nothing, and I'm gonna say this because a lot of people get this mixed up, having license or getting your papers to open up a beauty salon is rare. I know people today, still cutting with no license. You know what I mean? But it's good that he took the opportunity to want to be learned by someone that's been 25 years. He knows what he's doing. Are we all perfect? We're not. As he said, he's still looking out when he can. And I know he's still picking up books and different things and learn more. So that knowledge is going to increase and grow. So the chair is awesome. Anybody can cut. But I've learned this by going to a lot of barbershops. My hair is very soft. So it's ways you had to cut my hair. You just can't go in there and because it's going to mess my hair up. So now that's something he has to learn, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because downstairs in the basement or the back door outside, we don't mess up a whole lot of people's hair. But when I want you to explain just a little bit more before we move on how it's important to get the education. You might be skilled
Right.
in cutting, but what do the paper gives them with that skill?
Awesome. Good question. And my student Garrett, he already knew how to cut before he came to my school. He already had some past history, as most barbers do. We all got a little junk in our trunk, as to say. Somebody flip-flammed us. That's the reason why we don't have our license.
Okay.
That story goes. Almost every barber has it. And but it's not a good excuse not to still get your papers.
That's right.
But like I told my student when he first came to me, I said, well, let me see you cut this. And he said, so you bag? Okay, well, let's see. So at my stage and level in education, I can easily pick out a great barber that doesn't have his license.
Wow.
It's because of what we teach in school. One of the things that we do is bone structure. So if I ask them, you cut a nice cut, and then I ask you to explain it to me, then you'll start saying, well, I did this because of this, and I saw this, and then I hope. No, that's not what I want to hear. But what I want to hear is the precision of why you did what you did. If you follow the bone structure, the bone structure tell you where to put a line or a taper or a fade, or why did you do the nape a certain way, or why did you do the occipital bone and the cerebral ridges. Those are the type of things that I need to hear. That lets you know you're educated.
Gotcha.
So when that street barber, who is excellent, he's top notch, he can do it all, but he doesn't know where he comes from. He doesn't know he doesn't know his past. But if you don't know your past, where you come from, then your future's not there.
That's right. It's gone.
It's not there. So what I like to do is I challenge them at first to let them know that then I give them like a little soft whipping to let them know, okay, yeah, I know more than you do. Then quickly after that, then I stun them. Then they're like, okay, so then I got the ear, I got your ear now. All right, we tried a little battle, and I won. Mm-hmm. So after that, then I get into, okay, hey, look, this is what I'm going to do for you. I want to teach you the anatomy of the body. When you learn the anatomy, you learn why we do what we do, okay, and why things is where they are. So seeing your soft hair, I automatically know certain things are going to fall into certain areas. There's another thing in school that we also teach is that the way the client comes in, the way the client presents themselves, the way the client talks. We're told to do the client consultation, which is a series of questions garnering around your haircut. Uh-huh. So I'm not just asking you questions just to keep you talking. No, I'm asking you questions because of your haircut, to also fit your personality.
That's good.
That's
good.
another thing a
That's
street
good.
barber doesn't understand or know.
Mhm.
And then outside of that, I like to challenge my barbers to take the master course. We do barbering, we do master barbering, we do, there's a course for cosmetologists to receive a barber certificate through shaving.
Wow.
So most cosmetologists can't use a razor, but we also have a course for those cosmetologists to take shaving, and they'll get another thing put on their license saying that they're now to do that, which means they can also help a person out and give them a barber license.
Gotcha.
Then we also do the instructor. So we do 4 different programs here. But for some of our barbers in the master barbering, we teach them the female and the male side.
Mhm.
We don't get real deep into the female, just the basics, but it's enough to that whatever walks through that door,
You got it.
you got it. Whether, white, Caucasian, we're all races, doesn't matter what kind of hair they have, my barbers can cut it. Cut it well.
That's good. So remember what he's given us, the education. And I love that. It's because a lot of people miss the education. And mostly now he's making money from the chair, then he's making money from his student. So now he has really now built his wealth. So now, Mr. Chester, so I'm hearing now, real quickly, if this wasn't enough money at this chair,
Say that again for me?
it just wasn't enough money.
Oh.
I mean, I see barbers,
Right.
this is not enough money. But now to increase that, to teaching someone, it increases your opportunities.
Yes.
And so I'm saying this because now he got his own business. He got his license. But now he have a school. So now tell me if I'm wrong.
Yes.
If you say I don't want to cut no more,
Okay.
and I just want to teach and have schools,
Mm-hmm.
would you lose an income?
Well, yes it does. So the buck doesn't just stop at my chair. I have other chairs. So although I may be shutting this one income down of me, per se, cutting your hair, well, now I've trained Mr. Garrett how to cut your hair. So you don't lose out, neither do I. So although it's not my hands cutting your hair, I'm still cutting your hair because now I'll begat Garrett. And Garrett's going to beget somebody else. And then that person's going to beget somebody else. So I'm still making that income just in a different way.
Now, did you catch that? Because if you watched me on last Tuesday, we talked about the seed. He planted something. And because he planted his student, watch this. Now his student will have the ability now to bring him wealth. But that wealth that he's going to bring him, he had to put the seed somewhere. And he put the knowledge in him. So now he has grown to a point now that he got income from both streams. 2 streams now. It's good to have multiple stream of income because business people always want to keep in growing. And being around him, he already told me that, his next plan is to move from where he's at now and get a bigger space. That's going to be some more income.
Yes, sir.
So it costs more. So that means he has to keep that plan. Now he started the plan here. Now he's in the school, and now we're going to talk about, we're going to give you an opportunity, and the camera is getting ready to go around to his other chairs that's in here. And while the camera's going around, Mr. Chuck is going to tell us how he got here, how he tried out walls and how he put the floor in, how he got them chairs where he at. He just didn't start one day. He walked in the door, everything was in place. Why they showing this your shop? Tell us how this happened.
Well, as I said, the Lord led me to this location. So when I came over here, obviously it didn't look like this. So once again, read the book of Habakkuk says, write down the vision and make it plain. So now we have to literally write down a plan.
Yes.
And submit it to the fire marshal. And then the fire marshal said yes or no. And then you go to the city with all that, and then you get all your approval letters. Then you can start breaking up floors and busting out walls and tearing down. So this location was actually a home. This is where their studio home for them to show the rest of the homes in this area look inside.
Okay.
So no, the barbershop. Even as you're standing around, you probably still don't actually recognize some of the other businesses that are still growth out of this one location. So I also sell supplies online, I also sell supplies through Amazon.
Wow.
So not only, like you say, multiple streams of revenue. Okay, I'm a barber with a barber's license. We do more than just cut your hair. We also put product in your hair. So that's another means of study. That's another means of income. That's another means of, being to feed my family. So we also do that as well as the school. We also continue to hire barbers. We teach barbers. We also bring in clients from out of the street for our barbers to cut, to service, to do different techniques. We teach barbering and we also teach service. The art of speaking well to a client to give them an expectation of what should happen while they're here.
Okay.
We teach that also. What is mess? So there's a lot going on in these little four walls. If your son came and helped do some construction, reconstruction, we want things to also look appealing.
Yes.
One of the things that where I come from, those barbershops are, I hate to say it, but a hole in the wall.
Yeah.
So they halfway clean and just try to get most people say, okay, man, I gotta get out. No, a haircut should be, you should also have a great experience at your barbershop. Generally, almost everyone, for the first time when they walk in here, they stop, take a deep breath, and they look around. And they say, "This is an awesome looking place."
Yes.
I generally get that every single time. They take 2 steps into that front door. They stop. They look at the ambiance that's around them. So I want people to feel comfortable, first of all.
That's right.
And my greatest compliment in barbering is when I have a mother who has her lovely child, and she drops him off at the door. And he comes in by himself, and he sits down and waits for either me or another barber to serve him. And that mother never comes in. She trusts us with her beloved child. That's a great. Yes. That's better than $100 tip.
That's right.
Because she trusts me with her child. That's not worth money. She trusts me with her child. That nothing's going to happen to him, and he's going to be all right. He's going to be able to leave in a reasonable amount of time and come there and come back into our life. That's why I do what I do.
Awesome. And it's so great to what he's given us. He starts something and he's getting ready to move to a plan that is, like I said, it's awesome. It's awesome what he's doing. Now he shows you his shop. He shows you what he's doing. He's not just in one thing. I call it like this. When you're in business, you find other things you can do inside of that business.
Yeah.
And so now he found out what he can do. He's selling products, his own products on Amazon. Awesome. I was here, like I said, maybe 3 weeks, maybe close to a month. We was here. As you saw the camera go around, he opened up another spot into his shop, and it helped me because I'm a builder. And so we came in and opened up what you see we at now. When I first came to another contract, brought me in, I knew Chester, but he came in and It used to be the walls, and when I came in, they didn't take the walls down. I came in to help finish it. So then Chester called me back a year later, maybe, and then he said, "Look, I need to open up this side so I can get some more chairs in." So just think about the mindset that he has. He had a vision. We talked about this yesterday too. He had the vision. He wrote it down. He had to make it plain so even the student could understand his vision, and then he could put it in plain. But the greatest thing I want you to see, and he's gonna tell us how you can get here, where the location's at. It's awesome. I gave him this free on our TV show. This is nothing that we did in the back of the door. It's something that I want to bring. We're also going to do him a commercial for his barbershop, and it will be featured on the Power God broadcast, Roku. I know some of you follow us on Facebook and Twitter and our website, but it's good that we can have what we're doing tonight on TV. It's awesome that we could show where we came from. We weren't here a lot of times, it was good to get there. But I wanted to do, and I said this into building wealth. I don't want to do it like everybody else do. They want to find the right people that got everything laid out beautiful. And forget about the young man started and struggled to get where he's at now. And then when people walk into his barbershop, as he said, it's amazing. When I came, and the first time I came and saw it, I was amazed. You know why I was amazed? Just what he was. Everybody don't get the opportunity like he got. It's beautiful. So I'm gonna say this, and a lot of people say they can say what they want to say on TV and Facebook and Twitter, and some people just let it go. But I'm gonna say it like this: he didn't bring his shop from the hood and sit in the middle of a rich area and have everybody out hanging out the windows, the doors, and you come in, the chairs look like they've been 50 years, but he brought class. That's what I'm on to. You start something, you want to give class. I'm airing him. There's a whole lot of barber shops I know and I've been in. I could easily went to them, but I saw his. The question was asking me, why did you choose him? I'm gonna tell you why I chose him. I know where he came from, number one. Number two, he showed me what he can do. Now he didn't talk it, he put it in action. And he's have his own school. A lot of times people don't get this, they just do the barber. But he's showing us tonight how you can go from one area of the business and keep growing. So now, why would you pay all that money when you can come right here and get whatever you need for your hair, whatever you need for shaving, or whatever you need. So I call this Walmart. One-stop shop.
There you go.
You don't have to leave the door. Whatever you need when it comes to hair, or what he's doing, I want to bring him on our TV show. And tonight is our first sponsors that we did, and it's our first one that we interviewed as we give it to the community. So we gave, I didn't go to New York and find somebody that,
Right.
That already has the glamour. They all have got it made. But sometimes they forget about our small people. And so a lot of people looks at what we're doing, but I want to bring somebody on, like Mr. Chester, and say, good job. Good job. And so my favorite words is, let's build wealth. So he's building his wealth. So I ask you, you're going to tell us how you get here. And then we're gonna talk about before we go off. I'm not gonna give him 10 minutes. I'm not gonna give him 2 minutes. Because when you get something free, you try to shortchange. You know what I mean? I'm only gonna give you 20 minutes to say all you can say. But I made this interview to be for an hour, and so my camera person now is gonna let us know how much more time we have, and then before we go off air, because we're live tonight, it's not pre-recorded. This is live. Um, it's the I have a channel that calls Let's Build Wealth. If you're watching this on Roku, as we're speaking now, I am in his shop tonight. I didn't do this last night. It's not a recording from last night. This is actually, we're in his, we are here, and we're in his, that's why I want to do it. Some things we'll do pre-record, but I really want to get the feeling, and which is something that's really good. So tell us how I can get here. If I'm in I'm in the city of Lewis. Okay. Oh, we good. Oh, well, we got some more things to cover. We're doing real good. I thought I may be close to my time, but let's talk about. We got 20 more minutes, more airtime, and when you get airtime, it's called free time. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I know he got some more things that he want to share, that he want to talk about. Tell me what's the plan going from here now?
So the first plan is to build a barbershop with licensed barbers. Okay. That's the first plan. So as I'm cutting, as I'm teaching, as I'm going throughout my daily business, my goal is to fill up all my barber chairs. My goal for this location at the same time is to put 13 licensed barbers in this building right here that we're standing in right now. Okay. So after we do that, well, my school also has to be accredited, and I got another 2 years to get that done. And that I have to move to another location that we spoke about priorly. So I'll be moving the school to another location, which will still be in this area. Might have to be walking distance. So I'm about to sign another lease for that building, which I just fulfilled 5 years. I just signed another 5 years. Now I need another lease for my school. Okay. So we're definitely growing. Then as we educate students, as we get them in, my mindset is this. I didn't get into this. Don't get me wrong, I am helping, but I'm in business to make money. You got to survive. I didn't open up a business just to give everything away. That's right. Oh, I'm going to go to enterprise too. That's right. And we're definitely looking for $1 million business. Okay. So, and this will be my $1 million business. Not just because of prophecy or anything, but I don't shoot for small goals. That's right. God, he really put something inside of me. That's it. That really turns me to go after it. That's right. I'm gonna go after it. That's right. So as we open this location up, number one was to fill it up. So I tried to fill it up, by just hiring and firing and getting them right. I said that ain't working. So I said, well, let's get these guys licensed through the school. Go to the school, get these guys licensed, and then after that, we're gonna move and open up other barbershops. So I don't plan on this being my only barbershop. And I'm not going to put a number on. How many you want? I want. That's good. Because sky's the limit. That's right. So we plan to open up multiple Pro Cut Sports barbershops and other locations throughout Delaware, Tri-State, Eastern Shore, United States. I'm not with a Delaware barber license. I can come here in any state except for Hawaii right now. Okay. So that's my brand. Wow. So I started in Delaware, but hey, there may be one in Illinois, there may be one in Florida, there may be one in Chicago, there may be one in California, Texas, I don't know. Can I pause right Sure. There? So if you're trying to get to almost like Walmart, okay. It's a franchise. Sure, yes. McDonald's. Yes. Franchise. Yes.
And some of you that are still in business and franchise, that means he will patent his name of his barber. And he can take his barber anywhere he wants to, and it will follow under his guidelines. So that is awesome. So if we open up another one, which is some people stop at one, but it is excitement again, that to bring, and I'm saying this because I want you to understand what he said earlier. We don't get into business to go broke. We go into business to be wealthy. And whoever told you you go into business, I never went to any business and they give me something free. They only give me something free to get me in the door. And when they give me something free, and I'm gonna say this, Wawa will give us free coffee, you know, and we would take that free coffee, and but when we go in there, we are gonna buy something else because just the business mindset of people coming in the door. So that's why I paused them because we're gonna try to do this as a franchise. That's awesome. So one day you can look across the TV and look across. You'll see 5 more business with your what name?
Cutz Sports Barbershop.
Wow, wow. Can you imagine that today? You know what I mean? I'm going to Florida. Oh yes, you know, we're down in Florida. We got a barbershop where he's going in. So tell us how we can get here to the one look in this location.
So right now we are located in Lewis, Delaware. The address is 12001 Old Old Bina Boulevard. That's in Lewis, Delaware. We're right around the corner from Social Security Administration Building.
Okay.
This location is called the Vineyards, where they're building homes, houses, apartments. They're doing some stuff out here. So as you're riding by on Route 9, you may not think that there's a barbershop in this great, beautiful, classic location.
Yes.
There is.
It is.
There is a barbershop in here.
Yep.
And there's a very nice one in here.
Very nice.
Very skillful barbers.
Yes, very nice one. So, all right, you have a phone number? Maybe I want to come here and get my hair done. I might be, doing what's so good about what we're doing is when I'm he's give us a phone number and my camera person let me know what more time we got. But when I went there to venture into the ministry of TV, my goal was just to have one camera and just mostly get the gospel out at the churches. And when I got into it, I did not know how much is into TV and what is the best marketing that you ever can do. Is having TV because everybody watches TV.
Yeah.
So did not know that, but I'm saying this, he's gonna give us a number because when you might watch us, I can never say where people are gonna do this. I don't. Roku has 40 million viewers. That's big. That's huge, And I always say, my mom says this, I don't need all 40 million to make something happen. We just need one. He just needs one more person to come in his barbershop. We're gonna ask for more, but I'm just saying, look at one person, and that one person can do the other things that he had planned. That one man or one woman might come and say, you know what, I want to go to Florida. Good, I got you. Let's get you in school, and let's get you all with the education right, get your license, then we'll open you up in Florida. That's how powerful this is, of what we're doing tonight. We started one way, but it ends up in another big way. So if I'm searching, I see this, please give me that number.
So the number here to the shop is area code 302-313-4100. Again, that's 302-313-4100. Or if you happen to be in the Lewis area, just Google barbershop near me, and you'll see Cutz pop up.
Okay, all right. And and as we go forward into this, I said we're gonna give him what we gave him tonight. I didn't change him on his hour. Which is good about this, that we're gonna play this again for there's something to get on tonight. I'm gonna play it for the next month, and I'm not asking because I'm gonna promote. Okay, I'm gonna promote what he's doing. He's already asked to come on our network, and he's gonna have his own channel. And what's gonna be good about that? He'll be able for 7 days, 24 hours every day. He will be giving something in his barbershop, and that's the power that he don't have to be on for a half an hour. But it's what he has. I'm gonna say this because I don't say this to everybody. You have something to fill for 24 hours. You know, whether it's showing somebody how to cut hair, whether it's the school, whether it's how to get started into life. He has something to be his own channel, and we is able to partner with him and to make it happen. So the market we'll be giving him tonight is past. I tell everybody this because they ask this question to me a lot. Well, I can go on Facebook free. I don't argue with that. You can. But Facebook can only get you so far. When you get on TV, you have more offers and more people will look at your program. So what we're giving, we just don't want it because Facebook is free. Okay, and I tell people this: you get what you buy. You get with me on that?
Amen.
You know, so if you go down the street and a guy cutting your hair for $10 and you come up with 4 spots in your head, okay, you pay what you got. You know what I mean? Because you don't want to pay $30, $40 to sit in this chair. You know what I mean? So I'll go down, bow, won't cut it. You know, so if you buy. So I'm saying this to look at his business and why not partner with him? Why not come? Why not help him go to where he's trying to go to? You know. Yes, there's a lot of barbershops, but he explains so good. He watched the character coming in. That's the first time I heard that. I never knew about that. They only sit down, get comfortable. How you want your hair cut? And then they just start cutting. Tell me the price is, and I'm gone. But when you bring that in action with that person, you learn that person. Because guess what's going to happen? You want them to come back. He wants you to come back because he's in business to make money. Now, as you said, we do things, but we want to help him market it, what he's doing. And so a lot of things that we're going to give him now is the part we're going to give him through the TV way. You know, he's, like you said, you can Google him, and you Google him, you can find out where his shop at. You can find out how to get here. But what we're going to do, a lot of things that we're going to give him is the advertisement, the TV, so that way his barbershop can be amongst everybody. And so that's what you call partnership. And we, like I said, we partner in a lot of other ways, but this is my opportunity to give back to our community. And so I'm appreciated that he let us come on. He could have said, no, I'm not ready for that. I have to do some of that already. I'm not ready for the TV. I don't get TV for everybody. It's not. But it is for some of us that really want to go big. You know, we want to go big. All right. So is there anything else? We got 5 more minutes that we can talk about. You show me where the barbershop is at. Give me a phone number. Is there anything else that you're trying to do that if people wants to do this? You have one of your students here, and he's been with you for a while.
2 years.
2 years he's been with you. And so we got 5 minutes. We're going to jump on this real quick on how you feel by coming in here and getting their knowledge, there's a lot of schools out here.
Mhm.
There's a lot of ones that you can get in. And I'm gonna say this real quickly. What we're giving you tonight, none of this has been purchased. None of this. Only script I gave him was the only script I gave him because we're gonna make him his commercial. So I need that for the commercial, not for interviewing. So he didn't get one. So we like I said, I want to do things that's not planned. When you plan things, you can say the fastest words you want to say. You know what I mean? And we didn't ask him. I didn't know he was coming home tonight. But since we have him here, we got about 4 more minutes. So in your ways, what decided you to come to this school?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, I real quick and real fast. When I started out, I started under a licensed barber who then passed, and I then had to go out and get my own license. And every school that I looked at was far away, and it didn't coincide. The ones that were close to me didn't coincide with my work schedule. So now that I found out that Chet had this barbershop over here in Lewis that was giving school opportunities to get your license, I came straight over. I came in, I seen him sitting there, and I looked at the place like he said, that wow factor when you walk in. Okay, this is okay. So I said, okay, what I gotta do? And I didn't even do it. He's like, no, just tell me what I gotta do. Because I know what I was looking for. And he's giving me the opportunity to do it. I tried to do it 2 times by myself, failed it twice. Here now that I got this book, got the education, got the hands-on experience through this class, it's helped me out so much that I feel like when the exam comes up next time, I got it this morning.
Sure.
This morning.
Okay. So you hear that? And so I'm gonna give the last 2 minutes. I'm gonna give it to Mr. Chester to however he wants. How do you feel?
Okay.
So I'm gonna give to the audience.
So real quick, first of all, I am the first Black owner of a barber school in Cutz County. I was just congratulated that on Facebook to a friend. So that's huge for us. Secondly, there are a few other ways other than telephone. You can reach us through email. You can email the school, School of Barbershop. You can email the barbershop, Cutz School of Barbering. I got that backwards. At gmail.com. You can ask any questions. There's also a web page, Cutz School of Barbering.com. There's also another website, Cutz School of Barbering.com. So the school and the barbershop, if you can't remember, Cutz School of Barbering or Cutz School of Barbershop. Both of them have email accounts or web pages. We take in walk-ins. More than welcome. We also have a booking website where you come in, you go schedule what you want, someone in, we'll service you, we'll hook you up, make it look beautiful, talk to you real nice, treat you real nice. But our main thing is to educate the community, the public, our clients, our students, just all around be just helpful to anyone who's willing to listen. Believe me, take it from someone who's broke. I mean, broke. I had $0 checks and I worked 40 hours that week. And God has now lifted me to be in this spot, be in this beautiful location, be in this beautiful shop, to now get back. So as you mentioned, how much more money you need? Well, the more money I have, the more people I can help. So that's what we're here for. That's what we're all about. Just like you said, this is not rehearsed. It's not a gimmick. As he found out, this is real. Any barber out there who you out there, you own a shop, you're doing your thing, and you're not licensed, give me a call. Get your license. Let's get legit. It's time for us to stop backstabbing. It's time for us to walk as men. It's time for men to be men. And give me a call. We'll hook you up. We'll get you started. We'll work around your schedule. We'll do all we can to help you out.
Thank you. Thank you for tuning in to the Power God Broadcast Network. We thank you for allowing this time that we have to really give lighting on the mission about owning a business. And you know you're on tonight is Let's Build Wealth. So I want to give you something, not hers, not planned to someone else. I've given you something that you can see that he started from the dream and brought the dream alive. And now he's building his wealth. So we ask you, just keep tuning in. You'll get to see this great shot as an advertisement on the Power of God 14. Let's build wealth.